What's up, everybody? It's Icy here. I'm going to give you guys my opinions on the 5.1 patch notes as of today. And today is November 4th. So, there's some things before I get into it that I really wanted to see happen in this next patch because I just felt like they were ridiculously overpowered. But that's just me ranting because I get owned by them. But those are hunters. They just have way too much burst, and warriors. Now I'm gonna go over each one before I go over this. Now hunters, I just find it retardedly overpowered that they have a pet that they don't even have to control that can just wreck you like so fast. And while it's wrecking you, they can just deterrence and not take any damage. That's just overpowered. There has to be something you can do about it. Like right now, all you can do is ice block. That is it. And warriors. All right, warriors used to always be cake for a mage. You guys should probably already know that. But now, this is a warrior versus mage fight right now. He charges you. You blink. He charges you again. Then you root him and you run. And then he heroic leaps to you, and then you root him, and you run, and then he can spell reflect twice, and then after that he can pop avatar, which makes him immune to all of your slows, so you're screwed. And so, like, once he pops the avatar, you're screwed. So but what they're doing, I'm gonna go over warriors first. The avatar no longer grants immunity to movement and parrying effects, so now you can slow them after, like, if they pop it, it'll get them out of slows, but like after they pop it, you can just like slow them, ring of frost them. Before they could just run through a ring of frost. But so I'm so glad they're changing that. Also, they're changing gag order to where they can't silence you. So I mean, warriors are, it's gonna be easy to beat warriors. Like right now you can still beat them, but it's kind of hard. It should be a lot easier next patch because we are a warriors counter, so I mean it should be easy for us to beat them. Moving on to Hunter, what they're doing to make Hunters, they're getting this huge nerf aspect because the Fox is gone. Lynx Rushed, they're changing that to a Bleed, which is awesome because that just hits so hard. And now, like, if they put that Bleed on you, you can just like ice block it or whatever you need to do. But the main thing that they're changing for Hunters is Beast of Wrath no longer grants Hunter pet immunity to crowd control effects, and now instead it breaks existing crowd control effects. So basically, I can Presence of Mind sheep a pet while it's berserk, so it's not going to do any damage to me, or Presence of Mind Ring of Frost, and then basically that just owns Beastmaster. So that's just amazing. So I'm very happy with those two changes on hunters and warriors. Moving on to mages, I mean, mages are getting all these nerfs, but they're not really nerfing our damage, so I can't really complain. The water elemental, we're getting a new pet, or a new pet ability rather, and that's going to do a frost damage over 4 seconds. And frostbolt's cast by the owner's pet that hits a target while it's being blasted by icy water will grant a charge of Finger of Frost. So basically that's just going to give you more Finger of Frost procs, so more ice lances. That's a buff. The more ice lances you can do, that's more burst, that's a buff. That's awesome. I'm really excited for that. There's two things that on the nerfs that I really dislike. One of them is the spell steal is going up to 21% base mana. That is insane. It's like 1/4 of your mana every time you use it. It's just a spell steal, and the fact that you can't choose which spells you're going to spell steal, I don't see a need for that. I think 7% is already enough. Blazing Speed will not trigger after receiving damage of any amount. No one uses Blazing Speed, so no one cares about that. Combustion periodic damage is now based on the current Ignite instead of both Ignite and Pyroblast. And I'm not sure if that's a nerf or a buff, but I assume it's going to be either better or the same. And this is the other thing I really hate. Ice Bear damage that it absorbs has been reduced by 25%. So before it was absorbing like 80 to 90k, so now it's going to absorb like 60 something k. So I mean, it's not a huge nerf, but it is nerf. And Mage armor now reduces the duration of harmful effects by 25%, down from 35%. The only thing I have to say about that, I mean, it is a nerf, it's not that substantial, but you can just glyph your armor and then that counteracts that, so it's not that huge a video. Frost Bomb will now detonate after 6 seconds, up from 5. That's not that huge, it just means a lot more mages are going to take the glyph of Fire Blast, so you just put Frost Bomb on them, Pet Freeze them, Fire Blast, instant blows it up. And duration of Deep Freeze has been reduced to 4 seconds. That's not that big of a deal. Ring of Frost now has a 45-second cooldown, up from 30. No one is casting Ring of Frost every 30 seconds, so that doesn't matter. Rune of Power no longer has a cooldown. That's awesome. Arcane, I think it's Arcane. Yeah, Arcane uses that, and so that just makes Arcane even better for PvE. That's not PvP talent. And damage buff of Arcane charges has been increased to 24 from 22. That is a buff, 2% buff, and that just means Arcane's just going to do a little bit better in PvE. It was already doing fine, but I really like how they're changing all the stuff that they're changing so far. I'm really excited for this patch, and hope you guys have a good one. Icy out.